Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you a really special custom baritone Kanile'a ukulele. So, for those of you who aren't aware, Kanile'a ukulele is one of the big three Ks, the Kamaka, Kanile'a, and Kola. They're the big 3K Hawaiian manufactured ukulele makers here on the island of Oahu. And Kanile'a is pretty awesome because what they do is that they have a custom shop, whether you want to go online and create your own custom or they go ahead and just kind of throw ideas around, and basically this is one of many that they've come up with. This is, I guess you can call the Maui story or the legend of Maui. So what's cool is that, well, cool and ironic is that I'm from Maui, but I'm not super familiar with this story. But what I do know is that you have the demigod Maui pulling the sun. So basically on Maui, there's a big mountain, Haleakala, 10,023 feet high. I think the story is something like he pulls the sun up to bring it over the horizon, something like that. I think we gotta just Google it. But this is essentially an ukulele that's depicting or like drawing out that story of the demigod pulling the rope on the mountain, and then you have the sun right here. So beautiful inlay work. Again, there's so many details. Everything is in the write up, but just amazing artwork and inlay work here on the fretboard. Pretty much the whole fretboard, spanning the whole fretboard, and then the headstock just very striking with the eyes on the sun, all of the different cuts of, I mean, shell, and there's just so much going on the headstock. So this is quite the beauty, and this is the focal or centerpiece of this beautiful baritone instrument. So here for the tone woods, we have curly redwood on the top, really nice big curls as you can see here, running across the instrument, and then beautiful Hawaiian koa on the sides and back. Now, I've seen a lot of koa in my years of playing and doing sound samples, but this is quite a unique piece of koa because this one doesn't have so much of the curls that you would see in really beautiful koa, but it's more like the texture of the wood. It's just very different. And one thing that stuck out to me is that there's a little heart right here. So if you're in love with this instrument, you can have this heart really close to your heart, something cheesy like that, right? But you have like a heart shape right here, and you kind of have like, I guess that line kind of covers and gets bigger and bigger as you kind of spread out from this center point right here. But nonetheless, this koa has beautiful orange and the dark streaks, and then the other just different kind of colors of the koa here on the back. And because this is a baritone model, you just get more surface area to see more of that beautiful koa. And then you have more koa here on the side. This is I guess, Maui's magical hook. Sorry if I just sound ignorant, I don't know, but yeah, this is the hook right here on the side is the side port. Does come with a pickup right here, and oh, look at that beautiful heel. Or sorry, the tail block of the instrument, just beautiful. Hopefully the camera can pick that up, but just really beautiful inlay work right here on the butt of the instrument. And then when we come back to this front, beautiful Paua abalone shell that wraps all the way around this big body baritone. And then right here on the rosette as well. And then ebony bridge, fretboard, and then faceplate. And I already went over all the details of the beautiful inlay all over the top of this instrument. Satin neck, mahogany neck, and then Goto UPT planetary tuners, golden black configuration. Classy, just really nice stuff. And then, oh, one last thing, ebony binding here on the top and back or bottom of the instrument. So just another another masterful artwork piece and playable masterpiece, as they like to say. That's their saying at Kanile'a Ukulele. So now going into baritone. Baritones is interesting because there's a lot of debate on, well, maybe I'm trying to cause a debate right here in the sound sample, but our baritone ukuleles, because of the tuning, essentially the baritone ukulele is like the bottom four strings of a guitar, the D, G, B, E, linear tuning. But I don't know. I feel like for me personally, I've always approached the baritone as an ukulele that's just tuned really low. For me, I'm not much of a guitar player, so I'm not really thinking guitar, like the bottom four strings of a guitar. I'm just thinking it's a normal ukulele with the tuning, tuned down to the DGBE tuning. So I approach it like an ukulele. I still make the same fingerings as if I'm playing a normal tenor or concert size ukulele. So just like you'll see my sound sample, I'm just going to play all as if I'm playing a normal ukulele, but you get that nice lush baritone sound. So as you can hear, baritone just nice and warm sound. It's one of those instruments where you're gonna go ahead and just like lay down on your couch or be on your bed, and you just kind of want to just close your eyes and just do some basic arpeggio. Maybe do 2 chords. It just really hits a sweet spot. I think this is the charm of the baritone. Just so warm and soothing, and this instrument is nice and bright, which I personally like in baritones because I think baritones can be a little too muddy sounding because of how low the tuning is compared to a standard G, C, E, A tuning. So I like the brightness of this instrument. So I can dig in and get some nice clarity out of this. But then it still has that nice warm, yeah, just really fun to go ahead and noodle around. So let's go ahead and jump into a sound sample, and I'll try to set the mood. Here we go. Yeah, something like that. Some noodling. So baritones, for me personally, I don't really like to strum on it because this, the strings can be a little floppy or very loose. So if you start to strum, it might buzz, or just it's harder to work around, I feel. But I'll go ahead and strum some little something on this instrument just so you can hear what it sounds like. So here we go.